In this video, I am going to tell you why I think you should really cut. Go on your first successful cut, and from that, your body will absolutely transform. So I saw this tweet about how your first successful cut becomes more rewarding than anything else really in the bodybuilding space, right? Feels better than gaining size, hitting PRs in the gym. It's because you're finally in the best shape of your life. You've never been lean, you've never been, seen the abs in this certain way. I am going to show you an example for me. So right here, this picture, I was weighing in around 205 pounds. Okay. And I've been lifting for over 10 years, closer to 15 years at this point, and good amount of muscle on me, but I had never gone through an actual successful cut. Okay. And that frustrated me because I was, working out all the time in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, pretty disciplined, but I couldn't stick to that cut long enough, right, to really see the crazy results. So what I did though is I made a decision. I was like, all right, it's time. My wife was pregnant with our first daughter, and I was like, all right, it's time, dude. Like I'm gonna figure this out. And so I made a decision to sign up for a natural bodybuilding show. And I gave myself about 100 days to get absolutely sliced and diced. Okay. So I will show you my personal transformation. This is after about 3 months and over 30 pounds lost. Maintain my muscle. Some could argue that I even gained muscle throughout this process. And the benefit of this was I really sliced down, like really sliced. And after you do a cut like this, you put your body in an incredible position to grow and pack on muscle. Your metabolism's gonna be firing. It'll be responding to those food intakes once you give it more food after this cut. It's gonna be hungry to pack on muscle in the right areas after you go through this cut. And that's always the thing. I get a lot of guys coming to me like, hey, should I bulk or cut? I'm like, well, it depends. But a lot of guys, especially dads, busy men in their late 20s, early 30s, they're holding on to some excess body fat. Okay, so the first step to get rid of that is to just go on a cut, go on a successful cut where you're going to be training anywhere between 3 to 5 times a week, still pushing for strength, still trying to gain muscle, but manipulating your nutrition to give yourself an environment to drop body fat, keeping your protein high, giving yourself adequate fats and carbs. Carbs essentially are fueling your workouts, and then the fats themselves are optimizing your hormones so you're feeling good. Like you don't want to go too low in either of them. You can throttle the fats and carbs based on preference, but the protein really stays consistent around 1 gram per pound of body weight or 1 gram per pound of desired body weight. I like to kind of meet in the middle. So for example, being at 205, going to 175 pounds, 190-ish grams of protein is a great number. You can manipulate that. But the benefits here, this is a few months after the cut, and I'm still full. I'm still, holding on to that muscle. Got a little coffee here. Good vibes only. But I'm holding on to that muscle, right? We're filling out, pretty filled out here, right? I know I got my shirt on, so you can't fully tell. But and then this is a few weeks after that, still got the cuts, still got the muscle development. And what's nice then is since you get down to such this low point, you always keep yourself within striking distance, body weight wise. You might want to max get 10 to 15 pounds heavier than your lowest. And then once you get maybe, you start looking at the mirror and you're like, I want to go on a cut again. Then you just run it for like 4 to 6 weeks again, get back down, and then just repeat the process and start adding muscle on top. Okay. So this is why I think, a lot of guys will benefit from that cut. Is you just put your body in such an anabolic position to be able to grow. There's many such cases of this. Even if you don't have that much muscle mass, you essentially give yourself a blank slate. And then once you cut off that body fat, you start packing on muscle in the right areas without the body fat. So that's really the game here. That's the message I'm trying to get across is commit to the cut, have a successful cut. And then after that, pack on the muscle. And I really don't believe in the bulking and cutting cycles like crazy anymore, especially on the bulk end. Like, sure, go on a cut, lose body fat, but um, I don't really like to call it a bulking phase. I like to call it more of a gaining phase. Because whenever I've just said, oh, I'm bulking, like I would just end up eating whatever I wanted, right? Um, and so changing the mindset of like, oh, this is a gaining phase. I'm just gonna up the calories a little bit, keep it clean. That's the better mindset to have when it comes to your bodybuilding journey. So you don't, you know, get back to where you were when you started your first cut. And I mean, this is the beautiful part about bodybuilding is this cycle could really never end. Um, and so instead of spinning your wheels for like 2 years trying to lose body fat, I think it's much better to just go on a dedicated cut, dial it in for 3 months, just like I did. And if you do it the right way, you're going to want to continue your journey because you saw those results so quickly. I see a lot of people in the gym year after year. I can tell they're trying to change their physique, but they don't fully commit. They half-ass it. If you're going to do it, just do it. Okay? Lock in for 3 months or 6 months, however long you need. I mean, these results are not typical. Okay. I was absolutely dialed in for 3 months. I was prepping for a bodybuilding show. Didn't miss a meal. I had 2 refeed days throughout this whole process. I was doing anywhere from 30 to 45 to up to an hour's worth of cardio every single day to achieve this. So if you see this and you're like, oh, I could do this too in 3 months to 100 days, yes, you can. But you have to be absolutely dialed, dude. Absolutely dialed. Like sleep, food, no missing a meal. Like this does not happen on accident. This is not accidental at all. I mean, I weighed every piece of food. I basically ate the same thing every day. Um, you know, no alcohol. Like I said, I didn't even have a cheat meal. I had a refeed day. I had 2 sushi outings where I basically ate whatever. Um, so this is possible for you in your own way, but you must lock in and dial for it to actually happen. But this is my recommendation is lock lock in for those 3 months. Just do it. Especially if you've been wanting to commit to the cut for a while, you will thank yourself at the end instead of like trying to lose body fat for years. Like that was basically me when I started here. I was like, yo-yoing, drop 10 pounds, gain it back, drop 10 pounds, gain it back. But I really needed to drop more like 20 to 30 pounds to really get lean, right? And now I'm packing on muscle again, right? But in the right areas with minimal body fat added on. So commit to the cut, okay? Commit to the cut. And if you'd like help with this, send me a message on Instagram. I'd be happy to assist you. Custom meal plan, example meal plan for you, plug and play system, a nice blueprint, custom training program based on you and your schedule. And I will keep you accountable along the way. So send me a message on Instagram if this interests you. I'm helping a lot of busy guys out, busy dads, guys who are working full time. It actually makes it easier when you're working full time if you can commit to eating roughly the same meals all the time. The full-time workers, they thrive on the structure. So this creates structure for you and accountability along the way so you don't fall off track. So if you're interested in that, message me on Instagram. If you like this video, subscribe, and I will be talking about health, fitness, how to get in shape naturally, how to improve your life overall. Thanks for watching. Peace.